Now we are going to start with a new gland, that is pancreas. I think you remember that pancreas is a heterocrine gland which consists of exocrine as well as endocrine parts both. A diagram is there which shows transverse section of pancreas. In this diagram you can see that it consists of pancreatic acini. Here these duct-like structures are called as pancreatic acini. As these are provided with ducts for the flow of their secretion, these are the exocrine part. Second part is called as endocrine part of the pancreas. This endocrine part of the pancreas, this middle region, is called as islets of Langerhans. These islets of Langerhans consist of 4 different type of cells. These alpha cells, beta cells, delta cells, and one more type is there which are called as PP cells or F cells. So these islets of Langerhans with their 4 different kinds of cells forms endocrine part of the pancreas which shows different kinds of secretions. So we'll see endocrine nature of pancreas because of different kinds of cells. So pancreas, heterocrine gland, it is made up of islets of Langerhans, and islets of Langerhans consist of 4 type of cells as number 1, alpha cells, which forms 20% of the pancreatic islets of Langerhans. What is the function of alpha cells? It secretes glucagon. And what is the function of glucagon? It stimulates liver for glucogenolysis to increase blood sugar level. What is this glucogenolysis? It is breaking of glycogen. Okay, so glycogen undergoes breaking, and because of that level of glucose increases. What is this glucogenolysis? It is conversion of glycogen into the glucose. What is glycogen? Glycogen is stored form of glucose. Whenever glucose is required, when the deficiency of glucose in the body is there, at a time this glycogen undergoes lysis, it undergoes breaking and release sugar, and because of that we can say that this glucagon is concerned with increase in blood sugar level. Second type of cells are called as beta cells, forming 70% of the islets of Langerhans. Function of beta cells is to secrete insulin. What's the function of insulin? It stimulates liver and muscles for glycogenesis. What is the meaning of glycogenesis? It is the formation of glycogen from excess glucose. If glucose is present in excess inside the body, then this glucose is converted into the glycogen and it is stored in liver and muscles. So these beta cells secreting insulin which stimulate liver and muscle for glycogenesis, that is formation of glycogen from glucose, and because of that blood sugar level get downs, it decreased. Okay, next type of cell is called as alpha cells, forming 5% of islets of Langerhans, and the function is to secrete somatostatin. What's the function of this somatostatin? It inhibits secretion of glucagon and insulin. It also decreases gastric secretion, motility and absorption in digestive tract. So just to remember, level of glucagon and insulin both goes on decreasing because of these alpha cells. And gastric secretions, what are the gastric secretions? And we have to study it under the next heading. What are the secretions of gastric glands? This gastric gland secretion, gastric is for stomach, and secretion of stomach are pepsinogen, HCl and mucus. So that type of secretions are get decreased, as well as it decreases motility of the food and absorption in digestive tract. Next type of cells are called as PP cells, which are also called as F cells, forming 5% of the pancreatic islets of Langerhans. What is the function? It secretes pancreatic polypeptide, and from this polypeptide it is called as PP. Its function of pancreatic polypeptide, is to inhibit release of pancreatic juice from the pancreatic acini. So this is about the pancreas, one of the important gland which maintains blood sugar level. Now we are going to study about disorders related with the pancreas. Which are the disorders related with pancreas? These disorders, one of the disorder is there which is called as diabetes mellitus. This diabetes mellitus is due to underactivity of beta cells, which results in reduced secretion of insulin. I think you remember that function of insulin is to decrease blood sugar level. And if the insulin is less or it is deficient inside the body, amount of sugar will increase in the blood, and that is called as diabetes mellitus. There are two types of diabetes. One is insulin dependent diabetes mellitus. What is it? Insulin dependent, which is dependent on insulin. If insulin is deficient, there will be increase in blood sugar level, and that is called as diabetes mellitus. It is type 1. IDDM is for insulin dependent diabetes mellitus. Second type is called as non-insulin dependent diabetes mellitus, type 2, NIDDM. What is the cause of this? It is caused due to failure of insulin to facilitate the movement of glucose into the cell. So even though insulin is present, it may result into the diabetes. Why? What is the function of insulin? It allows the glucose to enter inside the cell so that it will get oxidized. But in case of NIDDM, glucose cannot enter the cell because insulin do not facilitate the movement of glucose inside the cell, and that's why level of glucose in the blood increases. That is called as NIDDM type of diabetes, that is non-insulin dependent diabetes mellitus. And one more terminology is there, insulin resistant, that is reduced sensitivity of insulin. It becomes insulin resistance. So these are the disorders related with pancreas. Note for 2 marks can be asked, or the functions of different cells of pancreas can be asked for 1 marks. Now what are the symptoms of diabetes mellitus? As I think you know, deficiency of diabetes, it results in increase in blood glucose level. It is the very common symptom of diabetes mellitus. Then presence of glucose in urine. As the blood glucose level rises, it is given out through urine also. It also results in excessive urination. That means large amount of urine is formed which is passed out. And as excessive urination is there, it results in dehydration of body tissue. That means presence of less amount of water in body cells, in body tissues. It also results in degradation of fat. And it results in formation of ketone bodies, that is called as ketosis. And what is the treatment? It is administration of insulin, which results in reduction in blood glucose level. So what is the treatment? Your insulin should be administered into the body of patients. This is for diabetes. Next to that, we are going to study with the next type of organ which acts as endocrine gland, and these organs are the gonads. I think you know that gonads means the reproductive organs, or they are the sex organs like testes and ovaries. Testes in case of male individuals and ovary in case of female individuals. So we'll study about testes now. This testes consist of interstitial cells. In the previous lectures also, we have studied about interstitial cells. Now see in the diagram. What are these interstitial cells? I'll show you the diagram. Diagram I will show you after some time. We will see about the gonads, that is the reproductive organ. So this gonad or the testes, one of the gonad testes in case of males. This testes consist of interstitial cells which are also called as cells of Leydig. And these cells of Leydig or interstitial cells secrete one of the hormone which is called as testosterone. What is the function of this testosterone? It brings about development and maturation of male reproductive organs. Secondly, it stimulates muscular growth of facial and axillary hair, aggressiveness, low pitch of voice, etc. And it stimulates process of spermatogenesis, that is the process of sperm formation. So we can say that this testosterone is related with development of secondary sexual characters in case of male individuals. We'll see second type of gonad, that is ovary, found in case of females. This ovary secretes 4 hormones: estrogen, progesterone, relaxin and inhibin. Estrogen we have studied before also, secreted by follicular cells, and it is responsible for development of secondary sexual characters in case of females. About progesterone, this progesterone is secreted by corpus luteum. Corpus luteum means what? Which is formed after the process of ovulation. That means after ovulation, remaining follicular cells form corpus luteum. We have studied before also. It is required for thickening of uterine endometrium. So this uterine endometrium found in uterus. And this thickening of uterine endometrium is for implantation of fertilized ovum, where the growth of embryo takes place. It is responsible for development of mammary glands during pregnancy. These mammary glands are concerned with secretion of milk. So development of mammary glands also takes place under the influence of this progesterone. It inhibits uterine contraction during pregnancy. So if uterine contraction takes place, it results into parturition, into the childbirth. So it inhibits uterine contraction during pregnancy so that development of the young one will take place properly. This is for estrogen and progesterone. We will see the relaxin. Relaxin is secreted by corpus luteum at the end of gestational period. What is the meaning of gestational period? It is the period of growth, which is generally 9 months and 9 days. So this relaxin, once the growth of embryo completely takes place, once the gestational period is over, relaxin is secreted by corpus luteum. What's the function? It relaxes cervix of pregnant female and ligament of pelvic girdle for easy birth of young one. Indirectly we can say that relaxin is helpful in easy birth of young one. It is for easy parturition. So what is cervix? It is the part of vagina. We can say the female reproductive part. Pelvic girdle found in pelvic region. So because of relaxation of cervix and ligament of pelvic girdle under the influence of relaxin, easy childbirth takes place. Next hormone secreted is inhibin. What's the role of inhibin? It is also secreted by corpus luteum and it inhibits the FSH and gonadotropin releasing hormone production. FSH, follicle stimulating hormone, secreted by anterior pituitary, and GnRH, it is secreted by hypothalamus. So these are the 4 hormones, and we have seen that inhibin secreted by corpus luteum, relaxin secreted by corpus luteum, progesterone is also secreted by corpus luteum. Only estrogen is secreted by developing follicles, that is follicular cells of the developing follicle. Okay, so this is about the hormones secreted by ovary. Again, role of these hormones can be asked for 2 marks. Next to that, we are going to study about diffused endocrine glands. What's the meaning of diffuse endocrine glands? That means these are not prominent glands, but they are found embedded in different organs. One of the diffuse endocrine gland is called as placenta. What is this placenta? It is a temporary gland. It is a connection between fetus and mother. So from fetus and mother, one of the connection is there, becomes placenta, and it is a temporary gland because after childbirth, we have to cut it and that will be destroyed later on. For what purpose this placenta is present? It is for physiological exchange of material. That means from mother's body, oxygen and nutrients are given to the fetus, and from fetus body, excretory material are given back to the mother's body for excretion. So it is for physiological exchange of materials. What's the function? It secretes estrogen, progesterone, human chorionic gonadotropin. This HCG is human chorionic gonadotropin and human placental progesterone. Remember the names of these hormones which are secreted by placenta. What is the function of this placenta? It checks the contraction of uterine muscles and also maintain the thickness of uterine endometrium, thus helps to maintain pregnancy. In general, we can say that progesterone is for maintenance of uterine endometrium, which in turn for maintenance of pregnancy. Okay, so this is one of the diffuse endocrine gland. Now second one, gastrointestinal tract. What does it mean? Gastro for stomach, intestinal for intestine. Short form is GIT. How it works as endocrine gland. In gastrointestinal mucosa, last year we have studied about transverse section of the gastrointestinal tract, which consists of 4 layers. 4 layers from the exterior are serosa, then mucosa is there, later on submucosa, and innermost is called as the layer which consists of villi. Different kinds of villi and the different kinds of cells are seen. Mostly the columnar epithelium is seen in case of the inner layer of this gastrointestinal tract. So the submucosa layer, some glands are present in gastrointestinal mucosa. Some glands are present. What's the function of these cells? The cells which work as endocrine in function. It produces following hormones. First one is called as gastrin. As the name suggests, it stimulates gastric gland to secrete gastric juice. Second one is secretin, which is responsible for secretion of pancreatic juice and bile from liver. Third one, cholecystokinin or CCK, also called as pancreocymin, PZ. As the name suggests, it stimulates pancreas to release its enzymes and also stimulate gallbladder to release bile. Third one is enterogastrone, that is gastric inhibitory peptide, GIP. It shows gastric contraction and inhibits secretion of gastric glands. So these are the hormones secreted by gastrointestinal tract. You have to remember their names and their role. Note can be asked for 2 marks on the secretion of gastrointestinal tract. Next gland which come under diffused endocrine glands, one is kidney. It secretes 3 hormones, renin, erythropoietin and calcitriol. You should know that calcitriol is the active form of vitamin cholecalciferol, that is D3. Remaining 2 hormones, renin and erythropoietin, secreted by kidney. Then heart. It secretes atrial natriuretic factor, which is also called as ANF. It increases sodium excretion by kidney and reduces blood pressure. Last heading here under the topic this endocrine system is hormonal therapy. Therapy means what? Therapy is a treatment. So it is use of hormones in medical treatment. In which of the disorders this hormonal therapy is used? It is used in pregnancy, menopause, osteoporosis, growth hormone deficiency and insulin resistance, as well as in treatment of cancer. Menopause, when the menses stop, that means in females reproductive cycle is get stopped. Osteoporosis is also after the menopause, that means bones becomes porous. If the growth hormone is deficient inside the body, also used in insulin resistance and cancer treatment. Okay, so this is about the different kinds of diffused endocrine glands. In the next lecture, we are going to study about the mechanism of hormonal action and different types of hormones.